man needs a bath today. So we're gonna give him a bath. And I thought you guys might want to hang out. So we're gonna give him a bath. Hi guys, good morning. I guess good afternoon. I don't know, my clocks are wrong in here. But we're gonna give Mr. Pootie a bath this morning. He's been hovering around in my sink, so he feels it's bath time. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. There's a good boy. Hi. Good morning, guys. We're just giving Mr. King a bath today. And so I figured I would just pop on my live because I know a lot of my groomer friends are around because New Jersey has deemed us non-essential. And then a lot of my clients are sitting at home with their stinky cats. Hi, Cindy. Say hi, Bunyan. So I'm using Chubb's bars this morning. This is my favorite scent. This is the creamy nutmeg. It's my favorite. It smells so yummy. So the whole idea is that he's got to be super, super wet before I introduce my products. Oh, scrub those greasy toes. Gotta get the toe jam. Gotta get Pootie's toe jam. Yes, you're a good boy. Now, me scrubbing his toes, I have realized I've made a fatal error in cat grooming. I didn't trim his nails first. But that's okay. Luckily, he's not gonna tore me up. But that's always what I do first. I just figured we went right in the tub with Mr. Pootie Man. Giving Mr. Pootie a bath this morning. I see you guys are joining me. Why don't you pop in the comments? Let me know that where you're joining in from. You gotta get your belly. Yeah, stand them up because they always got greasy bellies, greasy inner legs. Oh, I know you got some greasy bellies. I know I've been feeling it. I'm a terrible kitty mommy. Isn't it always the same? As a groomer, our personal pets are always the last ones to get clean. It's like the cobbler's kid has no shoes. Oh yeah. He says, oh yeah, that feels good on my toes, Mom. That feels good on my toes, Mom. Oh, and tushies. Oh, tushies. I don't know why people say that cats don't like bathing. I mean, it's like a massage, nice and warm. Oh, get those toes. Get all that toe jam, Mom. Hi, Pauline. At least 3 more weeks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in the same situation here in New Jersey. He does not like his tail done. He says, I don't like that, Mom. He's very sensitive. What's the problem? Are we peeing? He's peeing a little bit, so we're gonna let him finish. Good boy. All done? Good job. Good job, bud. Ooh, scrub it up. I know, it's a lot. Mom scrubs a lot. Good boy. See, the difference with my kitty is that he likes to play in water, But when I force him to be in the tub, he is a little less thrilled with me. But he's a good boy, so he just sits here. Good boy. Good boy, man. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I think he's also a little mad because I definitely woke him up from a nap this morning instead of just waiting for him to leisurely approach me. Right? We woke you up mid-nap. Although now that we're all home from work, I've noticed that my cats really do sleep like 22 and a half hours a day without moving. My husband didn't believe me, even though I'm home all day because my salon is in my home. And I still work for National Cat Groomers from home. Excuse you. I said, no, babe, they really don't move. Well, he believes me now because now he sees that they don't move for like 22 and a half hours. They get up to eat a little bit. They bother us when we're in the kitchen making dinner. And then they go back to their spots. They each have their own designated spot. I swear, my cats are pros at social distancing because they don't like to be within 6 feet of each other on a normal day. So they each have their own little spot. My two girls have spots by heating vents. Because I don't know why, but it's a little cold. You know, notice that. Why is it cold? It's April in New Jersey. We shouldn't be cold. Right? I know. He says I don't like that, Mom. His tail is very sensitive. Good boy. My good boy, man. His show name is Singin' the Blues. Can you tell why? His brother's name was Crybaby. Him and the two boys. Right, you're a funny little man. So my second lather, I'm really liking the Chris Christensen Clean Start as my second lather after I do my degrease with the Chubb Spars. But for my full coated Persians, I've been really loving, where is it? It's Miracle Moisture by Chris Christensen. I never thought I would have bought a shampoo for my full coated Persians that said the word moisture in it. But man, are their coats soft and fluffy. And one of the things that's like on the bottle that's like, that I was like, oh, well, this is why I gotta get it, is its manageability. And that is the truth. If you guys are groomers and you groom full coated Persians, you know that sometimes that coat, even after you've bathed it, blow dried it, and you're doing your comb out, it's like really trying to get through that hair. You're like, ugh. But not with that shampoo. So it's not a degreaser, but I really liked it for my regular full coated clients that are coming in every 3, 4, 6 weeks-ish. Does a really nice job. So, but I gotta get them clean first. So, but for him, he doesn't really need that. He's my exotic short hair, so he's short. He doesn't have the coat of my Persians as far as length. So we just use the Clean Start as my second. Rinse him off. I got nice grubby ears, which I'll get in a second. He thinks he's sneaky. He thinks he can just start to lean forward, and then if I'm not watching, he'll make a mad dash out of the tub. Because my cats are smart. They know where the exits are. Good boy. Handsome. Good boy. Gotta rinse your belly. Alright, your inner legs. Good job. Nice guy. Handsome guy. you gotta be really careful around their face. Oh, hey, Cheryl. So I go kind of as slow as I can, as close as I can, but around the eyes I'm gonna clean with my damp towel. So I don't wanna spray flat face cats like right in the face unless you like really wipe it away quickly. So you gotta be really careful when washing their faces. So I come up from the sides. You know, if they're gonna get, you don't want any water to get in the ears because that's when they start shaking around. But you gotta just make sure he's nice and rinsed, hanging out. Can't tell how long I've been on, but I feel very blessed that I have my salon in my house and like, I don't have to do this in my bathtub. Right, bud? You good boy? Right? I don't have to bend over my bathtub or use my kitchen sink. Can't imagine doing this with like my hair dryer. Say, hi, handsome man. Oh, I'm gonna come over. Go on the side. This is weird. I'm used to doing it on the other side. Lay down, bud. He says no, I don't want to lay down. Get him all nice and tucked in. Get our little kitty burrito. Nice and I have to dry around the face with my towel. Okay, now I like to do eyes, thank you. Eyes first, so I don't have any ear cleaner on my fingers when I go to the eyes. So eyes first. Get it all up in there. He's not too bad when it comes to like drainage and tear staining, unlike his sisters. His sisters are nasty. You're not nasty, boyfriend. You're pretty good. I usually just gotta wipe it every once in a while, so a good bath is. Ooh, snorty man. So now I'm gonna go into the ear cleaner because his ears are nasty. Oh yeah. You know my favorite part of when I get my own hair done is like they're washing my head. One, I love all the scrubbing on my head. I'm like, oh yes, scrub my head. But I love when they like put the towel like in my ear to like make sure it's nice and dry. So I always like to do that for my kitties. Handsome boy. Handsome boy. Oh yeah, look at that nasty ears. Nasty. He's just a greasy goober. So I'm pretty generous, I would say, with ear cleaner. Get it all up in there. Let the ear cleaner do all the work. And let him flick it out. Go back in with another cotton ball. Good boy. I love when I'm like cleaning one of my client cat's ears and they're like leaning into it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this doesn't happen at home. It's okay. Here's my bud man. We're all bathed. So he's gonna get a little happy hoodie. I know. Give me your head. Here we go. Handsome guy. Get your whiskers out. Ba-bing, ba-bing. Ba-bing, bing, bing. And I'm gonna put you in a different towel since this one's all wet now. Good job. Good job. Good boy. Man. Handsome bud man. So we're gonna go to the dryer. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. So we're gonna go to the dryer. Look at my handsome bud. He's so funny. Don't mind my messy salon in the background. I swear it is on my list of things to do as far as while I'm in isolation. It just hasn't made it up that high on the list. So let me see if I can do this a little bit. We're gonna knock it down a bit. So I've got my Caddyshack back. And what it is it's a drying containment unit for all of my friends that are joining me that are not groomers. And so he's gonna go inside. There's a dryer hose, which is how I'm gonna dry him. And then there's a vacuum that is gonna suck up all the dead hair. And it's gonna be loud, so I'm not really gonna be able to talk while we're doing it. So you might have to turn your own volume down a little bit. But King also likes to pee at the very beginning. So you're gonna see me like chasing him around with a towel for like a minute or two, and then once he pees, he's usually fine. So I'm gonna give him an opportunity to pee. So like I said, it's gonna be loud. If you guys have any questions, pop them in the comments. And this drying process is probably gonna take me, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes, if that. because he's good for it. He usually just like walks around. So I kind of just follow him around. So here we go. He doesn't want that. He started. He got the wall. Oh, you're all done now. Don't put your butt in front of the camera. But he's really okay with the dryer. He just has to like get it out first. So I'm using a canine mini fluffer with the variable speed. It's only up about a third of the way. I really don't ever use it at like full speed unless I'm doing like a Newfoundland, which as a cat groomer I don't do them no more. So, but the key with getting a cat wet is you also got to get them dry. They can't just like run around and air dry. Especially long-haired cats, especially Persians. Ah! Hi. Handsome. Oh, like, peas on me. What's your rabbit? Which I'm sure most of you do, there is a show called Catwalk, and it's like a documentary, and it follows these two show cats in Canada. One of them is a beautiful red Persian, and the other one is a bobtail, American bobtail, maybe. And it's Pauline. It is Moisture Magic by Chris Christensen. It's in a black bottle. I'm really loving it for my super regular Persian, but I don't really use it for anybody else because that's not the goal that I have for all the other, like his coat is short and thick, so that like long soft manageability is really not a goal for his coat. So I mainly use it for just my regular Persians. Like if I had a cat who only comes in like once or twice a year, I'm not going to use that product because it's not going to look good. Because they need to focus on like cleaning. But anyway, so if you're trying to bathe your cat at home, check out this documentary called Catwalk, and it's going to give you like an inside view at cat shows, which I showed King in CFA, and it was really a neat thing. It showed a really great representation of cat showing as far as like the people behind it. But why I brought it up about bathing is there's actually a section, I want to say like maybe about a third of the way through, half the way through, and then again like a little bit later, is that they show the owners bathing their cats at home, these two cats that are showing. So this big red beautiful Persian that gets shown all over Canada gets bathed at home by their owner, like by the exhibitor, in a utility sink. And they have they use a professional dryer. You can get them on Amazon. If you guys need recommendations, I'll be happy to share that. And so you can see them bathing the Persian in the utility sink, and then the other one, I think it's the American bobtail, I think is what it is. It's either that or like Turkish Angora or something. They show them bathing them in their bathtub at home, like just a normal bathtub, kneeling down on the floor. I don't like to bathe my cats in the bathtub. I have in a pinch because like I've taken him to shows and I have to bathe him in the hotel room. Don't tell the hotels I said that. But it hurts my back so much. So that's why I like my cat tub is propped up so I can bathe them in my tub. But that's what utility sinks are great for, or like your kitchen sink at home. So now I get so many people who are like, oh my god, but my cat would hate the bath, blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, if they've never had it before. I mean, wouldn't you hate it if you just like went to some random place and they started doing crazy things by somebody who doesn't know what they're doing? I mean, I wouldn't like it either. So, honestly, bathing kittens is the easiest. So, if you have a kitten, start bathing them now. Because I guarantee you, at some point, your cat is going to need a bath. It might not be right away. It might not be because they're getting regular grooming appointments. It might be that they got outside. They got fleas. They walked into the pantry and a thing of honey fell on them. They went in the garage and they got antifreeze on them. A bath in that moment is going to do a whole lot more for your cat than having to wait. Because the cat's going to start licking itself. Not to mention, you can't really see it, but there's like a ton of cat hair like flying around here. So he's a short hair cat, but man, he sheds like you would not believe. And I'm sure anybody who owns a short hair cat knows exactly what I'm talking about. They're beasts. They're hairy beasts. So the bath and blow dry, which is helping to dry the hair, but it's also pushing out all the dead hair. It's all going to come out in here before it gets a chance to get all over my furniture, get all up in my hair ducts, you know, which would cause someone who's allergic to cats a lot of problems if they even walked into my house. So clean cats help people with allergies also, if they're allergic to cat hair or cat. It's a protein in their saliva actually. So we just kind of keep moving around. Now some cats will just sit there. Pootie likes to walk around. So we just let him walk around. Hi. He's my handsome guy. Now the only problem is that when he walks around, he doesn't let me get his belly very well. So that's like I gotta sneak it. So I work on other stuff first, and then I work my way to the belly. Look how nice he's looking. So fluffy. So fluffy. So my groomer friends love this dryer nozzle by Double K. It's I think it's one of their water peelers, but it's not like long like the regular water peelers. Like this long, I would not like. So I use this, even though I don't have the Double K dryer. I get the right one that will just fit on, and I like it for drying his belly and his legs. So that's what I'm gonna use now. So it just helps to separate the hairs, kind of gives them a nice little blast, which will just dry them faster without them all getting clumped together. It is just following him around and moving me versus always moving him. Like I will move him a little bit, but then it's just kind of following him around. Give me those toes. Give me those toes, silly man. So if any of my grooming clients, my cat grooming clients are watching this, 99% of your cats act like this in the dryer. They're totally fine with it. Now first appointment was always a little iffy, but once you guys are on regular schedules, it's no big deal. The cat is like, oh okay. They let me trim their nails, they let me bathe them, they let me blow dry them. Hi, thank you. He's headbutting the dryer nozzle and my hand. So it doesn't have to be scary. I promise. also say if I can get cats to be okay with the blow dryer, that also means they're going to be okay with the vacuum cleaner at home. My cats don't run from the vacuum cleaner. They don't run when the doorbell rings. They get interested when they meet new people because they've been well socialized. Which is kind of like dogs. If you don't socialize your dog, they're not going to like people. They're going to get nervous meeting anybody else. We tend to forget that cats can also be socialized, and it's really important to do that when they're young. So much can be introduced when they're under a couple months, under 6 months old. But if you don't take that time then, you're kind of setting them up to be more anxious about new experiences as they get older. My groomer friends, limit how much you pet them while you're drying them, because too much of that and the oils from your hand are going to make them look like a greasy, sweaty mess. So I'll touch them if I'm helping to dry. I look a couple little areas and I check to see that they're dry and in places, but I don't want to be constantly petting them, especially if your hands are sweaty, because then you're just going to undo that great bath job that you just did. Short-haired cats can get matted. He's not matted, but when they get a lot of dead hair, it starts to get real clumpy together, and can get so clumpy that they look like these little rocks. Sometimes we call them mushrooms. Those are mats on short-haired cats, so it's not tangles like you would think in a dog. It's these little rock clumps of dead hair. So if you thought that your short-haired cat was zero risk of getting matted, I hate to tell you, my friend, that's not the case. So it doesn't clump together. So I just want to check it again. See if I head button, the dryer nozzle. Hi. Do you know where the exit is? He's bright, but he's not that bright. So now the last little thing we have to do is just finish his comb out. So we're gonna go over to my grooming table. Set it down right here. And get my combs, comb them out. So now if you want, let me see if I can pop this up a little bit. If you want a video more about how to maintain your short hair cat and your long hair cat while you're stuck at home in quarantine without trying to do the whole bathing thing, I did a couple videos on Catnaps Cattery's Facebook page, and they're also up on my Catnaps Cattery website under cat owner as far as learning. And they talk about the tools that I recommend, the combs that I recommend, how to trim your cat's nails at home. I know it doesn't like the tail very much, but you gotta get it done, bud. It's important to keep them all combed out. So you can do a lot of combing at home, and combing is nice. Combing doesn't hurt. Hi, right? Combing. Dumb as it hurt. I'm just gonna see your chest and your armpits. No, excuse you. Chest piece. Thank you. I'm gonna do the insides of your. He's a little chatty man. He's a chatty man. Hi, good boy. So look how nice we look. Look at my handsome boy. The kitties love. They want to feel clean. Oh yeah. See, that's not scary. Bath feels nice. Combing feels nice. It's just about introducing them properly to new experiences. Good boy. Handsome, handsome guy. So look at all this hair I've got now. This is after bath and blow dry. He was way overdue. I can even go in. This is my other comb. This is the Chris Christensen cat comb. You can get some additional stuff on the body, down the sides, because that's where all the hairy stuff is. Base of the tail. I know that's a little overstimulating, isn't it, bud? Good boy. So getting some extra hair with this. So I'm gonna do all that. Now, if you have a very short hair cat who's not super thick, then you can get something like this, which is the natural boar bristle brush, to go over your really short haired cat. But this is not going to get like all this hair out of his thick coat. That's why this is like the very last thing. And if I'm going to use it on super short haired cats, like this slick, like a Siamese, something like that, would be really good. It also feels nice. So if you watch my videos for my cat owners, this is a brush I say you can use to introduce the touching all over, but it's not really gonna do very much. Like you can see, it's like not like a ton of hair. But that's not really what I don't know that person. But we're all finished. Thanks so much for joining me, guys.